Hey my everythings, I hope that you all are doing well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure that you like and subscribe if the information resonates well with you, and it definitely helps the channel. The read that we are doing for this afternoon is going to be Taurus and Cancer. I know I was just talking about my niece earlier today, and it's like, you got her time in your hands again. So, let's get into the read. So, if you're not familiar with how it is that I do my reads, I do them based off of the time that has been offered or is available to me. Yes. So, thank you. And that's how I'm able to share and deliver the message to you. Okay? We all have people in all of our families that are from all different types of zodiac signs. So having the energy offered to me is not surprising. Okay? It was a little bit surprising to me because I'm like, I just did a read for them, though there was a time that y'all had a lot of reads. Yeah, so let's get into the read. So the time that had been offered to me in order for me to share the message with you was the Empress energy. This is someone that is distinguished, someone that is confident, someone that's nurturing, loving, someone that's caring, and financially secure. So you're being perceived in this energy as comical, emotional, shiny, reflective, passionate, moving, funny, hilarious, amusing, polished, and that's this. So thank you. Okay, remember that this is for two different signs. So the position placement for the cycle that y'all are in, and then what is to come in the future. I'm just the reader, all right? So, and I'm being unbiased because I really don't like even listening to reads for the signs of people that I know and love and care about. I'm very fair. So, I don't like spying. I don't even like being perceived as a spy. Like, if time was offered to me, obviously I can be able to read it. However, I never abuse my gifts or my talents. That's like singing until you can't sing no more. Like, who would do that, right? So, anyway, the position, the energy and the position that both Cancer and Taurus are in for this read is the first time I've ever seen anything like this, so I'm not even gonna hold you. Ordinary. So Spirit is saying that this is ordinary, common, and plain. That both of y'all would be in the Judgment or Justice card reverse. So the Judgment card reverse means like checking your own bias. I just said I don't like being biased in my reads. So checking your own bias, making sure that you're not judging other people or that other people aren't judging you based off of some type of prejudice or stereotype, right? And then the Justice card in reverse means that you could be judging yourself too harshly and you need to go easier on yourself. So considering the fact that we're doing two different signs, I pulled quite a number of emotion cards. Quite a number of emotion cards came out. So, not feeling confused, not feeling empty, not feeling forced, not feeling suspicious, not feeling discouraged. Just remember that any of the cards that are in the downright position, naturally, they will be related to or connected to other cards that are in the downright position. Only card that it won't be connected to is a card like death or the devil. Devil reversed, because death reversed is life, and the devil reversed is hello. So the other emotions that we have for the read are feeling frisky, natural, cycle completion, like being over the drama and the hassle or whatever stress or disorder or discourse was going on in the past, and recognizing the fact that these circumstances or situations that you may have gone through were something that you were meant to grow from. And that's why the word natural came out, right? And natural, actually, when I first pulled the word, it was like grow from it came out first, and then it was like natural. So whatever you both are going through is a natural process of probably just being human. I'm seeing way too busy, happy. You could be way too busy being happy. That's a thing. And I'm also seeing tender. So this may be a sensitive read. We'll see. So Taurus, I was a little bit confused on how it is that I was supposed to interpret this, so I'm gonna be very transparent. The word that was pulled for Taurus is failure. So maybe you feel like you did something wrong, you misstepped in life, you fucked up in the past, or whatever the situation is, right? I'm seeing that it is a result of you maybe not being able to control your rage and your anger, right? Only you know if that applies. My niece is pretty emotional. I'm supposed to be unbiased, so anyway. Though I do have an aunt that's also a Taurus, and yeah, she can be a raging ball of fire and anger. Anyway, I'm seeing Taurus getting a hug because of them feeling like a failure. So Taurus, if you are feeling in any type of way like you're a failure for rage or anger in the past, and that could equal up to you feeling like you need a hug, or you felt like you needed a hug, or you may even want to get a hug from this Cancer, Spirit is saying that whatever those challenges were, you inherited them. Whatever those struggles were when it came to managing your emotions fairly, you inherited that. And so it's not your fault. I'm not saying that you're lacking accountability, and I'm not accusing you of not being able to effectively manage your emotions.
Dessert.
That's anger. He cares very deeply about things being fair.
So that's how you want to play it, old man? No dessert? Oh, sure. We'll eat our dinner right after you eat this.
Right. Here comes an airplane.
Oh, airplane. We got an airplane every...
What I am saying is, and I'm also not making excuses for you if the anger and the rage in the past or currently are an issue for you. What I'm saying is, I understand that it is unfair when you have these kinds of emotions that you feel like are going on inside of you, and you can't be in control of them. That's what I'm saying. So there's a reason for that. No excuse exists without a reason that is just not understood yet. So if you didn't understand, or other people didn't understand why it is that you were angry and responding the way that you were, and you may feel like a failure now, and they were like, oh, well, she's just making up excuses, or he's just making up excuses. It's like, you go through these experiences in life by the way of your spirit, that your soul permits you to have those journeys, right? And from the outside looking in, people on the sidelines could always try to point and judge you, and like this card says, stereotype you and make it hard for you, or you could be too harsh on yourself, right? Though if you are going on a journey, and as a spiritual being that's animating a body, that has to have experiences with people that you care about or you don't care about, the other end of your rage and your anger, then you're meant to have that experience so that your spirit can grow from it and attain and get merited a certain level of maturity, so you can grow in this as a spiritual being. There's a reason why you are not haunted the same way that people that are addicted to drugs are out in the street. Like, we could all sit on the sideline and judge them for the lifestyles that we think that they chose. Though the reality of it is, they inherited certain experiences in their life, and only God's source can put them on a path for them to mature from the experience or die trying. And guess what? Even if you did die from not being able to mature from that experience, you still return to the hands of the Father, because there's still work to be done. So give yourself grace and give grace to others. I just felt like I really needed to say that, because there has to be a certain level of understanding when it comes to how hard we are on ourselves, and how we can have like the spirit of discouragement. Isn't that one of the words? Yeah. The spirit of discouragement, the spirit of suspicion, the spirit of forcing my hand. Say like being forced to something, put my foot down, being forced to put my foot down, being forced to put my hand in it. You get what I'm saying? And I'm seeing that could have been because emotionally you were confused on how to manage your emotions in a healthy way. If no one ever taught you that, then how can you be responsible for it? And as far as the damage that was done, or that you may feel like was done, God gives you enough space and time to grow. Look how big the earth is. Look at how you didn't die yesterday. Look at how you're still here today, able to receive this message. You still have time and space to grow, to mature your spirit, for it all to be well with your soul, right? Be gentle with yourself. And I'm seeing that you are growing from it, right? So Cancer, you're a little bit different, right? I'm seeing your personality in people, your interactions with people, and in the same position where Taurus is expressing throughout the read getting a hug, you're expressing throughout the read your personality, if that makes sense. Only to y'all it would make sense, right? So maybe together you both are the personality of getting a hug, maybe. Because Cancer, as far as people, I'm seeing the word #blessed. So people may be perceiving you as blessed, or you may be perceiving others as blessed, or you may be seeing this Taurus as blessed, or this Taurus may be seeing you as blessed. Take it as it resonates. Apply what does. If it does not, it's all okay, right? Now, in between the both of y'all, which is just how the cards moved through my hand, that came out with getting a hug, and my personality is feathers. Now, to a normal person, feathers, you're like, what is that, a fucking bird or something? Like, what do you mean, like, feathers? When I see the word feathers, from a spiritual perspective, it's the weight of your soul. And how, in ancient times, the god Anubis was known for receiving people's spirits in the afterlife and weighing their life and, you know, their soul, their spirit, with a feather. And you know how that goes. Now, when it comes to justice and judgment, how do we differentiate between what's right and what's wrong, what's just, what's unjust, and how do we give a final judgment, right? I'm seeing that between this Taurus and this Cancer, they're both coming up light. Their hearts aren't heavy. They must be balancing each other with light. Because if you're being too harsh on yourself, Cancer, when it comes to your personality and how you interact with people, or Taurus, if you're being too harsh on yourself for your anger, your failures, then that's one thing. Though if the way that people are perceiving your personality, Cancer, as blessed is causing them to stereotype you, then that's also another thing. Or if you're stereotyping other people or being prejudiced to people, or maybe you could be hard on yourself because you don't want to stereotype people, and that's why they're viewing you as blessed. And Taurus, you could be, and that's what's making you as light as a feather. And Taurus, you could be judging yourself so harshly because of your failures and your anger or your rage, that you started stereotyping yourself and others, and now you just feel like, fuck it, I need a hug. I mean, I'm laughing though at the same time. Like, I'm thinking about my niece, and I'm not seeing her as like a little girl. I'm seeing her as like a little bull when I'm reading this giant ball of rage and fire. And I think that that's a refreshing perspective that maybe y'all need, because it could have been heavy. Like, the emotions associated with whatever it is that y'all were going through, it could have been heavy. So I'm trying to give a light perspective, because like I see like a little bull like getting mad, like not a big bull though, like a little bull, like, you know, like, I'm a raging ball of fire, and what I say goes, right, you know, like ramming into stuff, and then like constantly hitting, you know what I mean, like constantly hitting a wall, maybe even with this Cancer. Yeah. And then being like, you know what, I'm tired of fighting. Can I just have a hug? Like, I feel like a failure for attacking you the way that I did, and not recognizing that that's just your personality. What I'm seeing. And Cancer, you being, if you're being prejudiced towards yourself or others, or you're being too harsh on yourself, then Spirit is saying y'all have inherited the challenge of becoming feathers together. Lighten up the load on your soul. Excuse me, your spirit, and your soul will permit for you to have those experiences, right? And that was just the preface for this read, because we didn't even get to the cycle yet. So the first cards plural for this read, because it's both of y'all, is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. This is the first card that's on top. 9 of Pentacles reverse. You've been trying to get to the money. One of y'all, both of y'all been prioritizing working hard, right? And I'm hearing right, to survive. You could have been experiencing the side of, the mentality of money being something that keeps people socially distant from each other, or apart because of class systems and wage gaps and all that kind of stuff. And Spirit is saying what is necessary is to be gentle with your mind, which is your projector for your reality, and see money as a resource, a tool that brings people together, right? That's the first thing we're going to address. Next thing is the High Priestess and the 3 of Rods reversed, paired together. I'm seeing that Spirit is saying that it was a time for you to do the inner work. It's all in the past, right? Including the 9 of Pentacles is in the past. The 3 of Rods in reverses represents some type of restriction or lack of progress. And the High Priestess in reverse is Spirit suggesting that you go inward to do the inner work, to address childhood wounds, traumas, whatever. Maybe even you being harsh on yourself, or how other people were treating you in the past, how you've just been treated in the past, right? You have to heal from that kind of stuff, and the only thing that you can do to heal from it is go within to address it, so that it's not projected onto anyone else, right? So I'm seeing that those restrictions from you being able to progress and move forward in the past were because Spirit was saying you need to be still and know that I am God, right? So that you can address what needs to be addressed from within, so that you are blessed and people are receiving you as blessed, right? Like you feel blessed within, and then people are receiving you as blessed. That's why I think that this specific part was for Cancer, right? And if it was for you, Taurus, then so be it. That sounds like both would still be in the path of, if Anubis were in front of you today and said, hey, you still have a life ahead of you, right? This is what's going on in your life. You're having issues and troubles with your finances, and I can give you the opportunity to die today, right? Or to master, which is this Magician card, upright. Keep doing things the old way and die today. Or be put on pause and master managing your emotions and healing within. And that's what I'm seeing. It's what happened in the past. So that by the time that you get to me, your heart is not heavy. I already know that you guys have feathers. Like, you pretty much damn near angels is what I'm seeing. And being an angel is honorable, though at the same time you're becoming more angelic because these people need you to be more angelic. So when you leave this realm and this world, you become the soldier. Though not the soldier that's unprepared. You're more than enough capable and prepared because you have your wings now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, your heart is not heavy with what happened when you were human. You knew what it was. You stepped into your calling to be more angelic, and yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And the reason why I say that, dang, it like all happened all at the same time, so I'm pretty sure y'all probably was overwhelmed. It was probably a lot, you know what I'm saying? Though that's what happened in the past, and I'm seeing it as not creepy, not frightening, not scary. So it wasn't like forced, right? Remember, we picked up the word not forced. It wasn't forced. It wasn't something that you were even suspicious about. I'm seeing that this was God's plan. That it was going to happen to y'all regardless if you wanted it to happen or not, because it was natural for you to step into this kind of energy in your life. So it's definitely something that you were meant to grow from, right? You could be in this King of Cups paired with this Six of Pentacles and this Ace of Swords energy, right? King of Cups is representing someone that is emotionally balanced. Like, you know how to manage your emotions and you understand the emotions of others. And the fairness and all of that being in this position as the first cards set for the read, all that other stuff, is because I get to see the fact and share with you the fact that it took a lot of growth for you to get into this kind of energy, and all of that came before this. I mean, of course, the future cards was stuff that we didn't see until now, and that kind of stuff was coming out even as we're going through this cycle, because that's what time does, and God, and how God works in the mysterious ways that God works, right? Through us, offered to us by God's source, moving through us in our experiences, and our spirit being allowed to have those experiences permitted by the way of the soul, right? So King of Cups energy paired with the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles representing a healthy relationship with your finances, and Ace of Swords saying that's the new information that we needed, right? And then I see you moving forward in this Page of Cups, or you did move forward in this Page of Cups, where your talents are your foundation, or how God poured into you. I mean, if they're talents, then you're probably born with these gifts, right? So being able to give to the world that gift, that talent that came natural to you, set you free from struggling or worrying about your finances. And the way that, let's be transparent, financial insecurity or instability affects your emotions, and you feeling like you can be able to manage them, right? So I'm seeing that you're very gifted, clever, and skillful in whatever your talents are. Open heart, open mind, starting something new, being creative is what the Page of Cups is all about. Starting a new chapter. And I'm seeing that you've already done that. and it's not being received as ridiculous or absurd or too much, you know. People not saying you're doing too much. You're doing just enough, okay? Taurus, Cancer, whatever y'all doing is getting you lighter. So then I see you in this 8 of Pentacles energy. 8 of Pentacles energy representing you skillfully. You see the tools. Skillfully and consistently working hard to build up your bank or your finances, right? You're being perceived. So, yes. Because when you sow the seed, you reap the benefits, right? And what I'm seeing is that after you complete each task that you have set for yourself, both of you, whether if it's you managing your anger and your rage or getting over whatever ways that you felt like you had failed in life and you being too harsh on yourself or judging others that are blessed, or whatever the circumstance or the situation is, or people judging you for being blessed and people stereotyping you, like whatever the situation is between the two of you. I'm seeing that as you work on your inner self to heal, then you allow your talents to bring you the fortune that maybe you both have been asking for or feeling like you need to be secure in life, right? And Spirit is saying that as you continue to put in good effort, that you're being received in this energy as rich, wealthy, well-moneyed, dignified, stately, honorable, distinguished. So even in the midst of you working hard, other people are perceiving it, seeing you as dignified, honorable, hard worker. Though if it's gifts and you're talented and it comes natural to you, then you know it's light work. The only thing that may be hard is managing that while also maintaining the grace that you need to have for yourself when it comes to how harshly you're judging yourself in your progress, right? And maybe even those challenges of dealing with people that are stereotyping and being biased to you, and even having to check your own bias, right? That could also be like one of those things that has made it rough for you. And the only reason why I say that is because Spirit is saying that if you receive it as something that's easygoing, if you're nonchalant about the challenges that you experience in life, and you recognize the fact that you are not alone, you have to be able to give yourself grace. You have to be able to give grace to others. And that means understanding that they're just human, right? In relationships, friendships, business partnerships, all of that. I remember there was a point in time where I would like call customer service for something, and in the midst of me being so busy working, I would get on the phone and be like, I have to call customer service and I don't know how. Like, I only got an hour break at work and I got to call customer service and I got to get this situation straight, because by the time I get off of work, I got to work out, I got to take a shower, I got to get ready for my next work day, I got to do planning, you know, all this stuff that I have to do. And this one little hour that my job sets aside for me to be able to just breathe and relax and rest, I am using this whole entire hour to sit on customer service and having to do the whole waiting thing, just sitting there listening, you know. So then when the person got on the phone, I checked myself and I was like, this person is not the source of your frustration right now. life is just demanding a lot of patience from you, and for you to give yourself grace, and for you to give grace to this other person that's on the phone. So don't give them the attitude of the frustration of your day and the things that God just needs you to use your voice for. And that's just really what it is. And so when she finally got on the phone, I was like, thank you so much for taking my call. You know, coming into it, no matter what your circumstance or your situation is, and just saying thank you first. Thank you first. I'm grateful that you were able to receive me today. This is what's going on. Can you please help me? Do you have any solutions? This is what I need. Do you know what I mean? And it was so easy, like problem solved, right? So that's what I'm seeing with this Knight of Swords energy. Like, you may be wanting to go in, and Taurus, it may, you know, the situation could be relating to you with the Knight of Swords. With the anger and the frustration and the failures or whatever. And Spirit is just saying, I know that you can handle this. Just breathe. It's going to be okay. Don't be that angry little bull, because that other person that's there to help you is not the source of your frustration. No matter what is haunting you that may have you feeling like that person is the source of your frustration. Because even the feelings of being haunted by unstable emotions or whatever are entities, energies that have attached themselves to our bloodlines because of certain experiences that we have had, right? And that's generational. However, no other body has had your spirit animated up until now. So you have the upper hand in this. Either one of y'all, if the situation applies to you. You have the upper hand in these situations where if anything is feeling like a challenge to you, yes, you have inherited that challenge because you are in a human body. You are a spirit in human form. However, you have the strength and the ability of a human being to be able to overcome that challenge. And a major gift in that is your memory, your dexterity, your capability, your ability to communicate effectively, and also self-reflect, right? And that makes it way easier. I'm hearing be kind, and like be the kindness that does good to the soul and spirit of others, just like medicine, because it's easier that way. External people aren't always the source of your frustration. Sometimes it's your soul that has approved and signed off on your spirit going through that experience so that you can grow from it, so that you can complete the cycle for your bloodline, so that your children and your children's children's children and so on and so forth. Like, what if they're communicating to you all the way from the future that, hey grandma, hey grandfather, all the way back there generations and eons ago, can you please not cuss the lady out on customer service, because you get what I'm saying? Because you're putting words out into the universe, and you're the reason why this person or these other people are having this experience. And now generations and generations, because you address the situation because you handled yourself better and well and with care and kindness, like medicine. We don't have that problem anymore, right? And that's what I'm seeing has happened at the end of that cycle. So let's talk about the future, right? So in the future, I am seeing the Six of Cups. Six of Cups says I have the guidance and the support. I have access to the guidance and the support that I need to feel comfortable moving forward. And from what I'm seeing, that took bravery for you to trust. Because even if people come into your life and are a representation of guidance and support, on the other end of this, as the innocent child, you still have to trust that person. You still have to trust that person. And I say that in regard, yes, again, referring to my niece, because she could be like a little bull. Sometimes I think about when she was younger, she was never bullish towards me, right? Though I still can imagine like what it possibly would have been like for other people, where like, you know, like being a little bull when, you know what I mean? Oh, she was that way with me like one time. I'm not about to embarrass her. Riri, you lucky. I love you. You lucky, I love you. Though like I said, it took a lot of humility for me to self-reflect and understand like she is not the source of my frustration in this moment, even as a child, right? She's not the source of my frustration in this moment, and I can admit to that as the adult in the situation. Yeah, she just, or sorry Riri, not sorry, because she wasn't sorry when you though yeah, she eventually ended up getting what she wanted anyway. It's just I understand, I can visualize it, I've seen it, you know, the little angry bull like, it's my money and I need it now. Type of situation. And you're like, I'm trying to give you your money or your energy or the healing or the support that you need. As your auntie, though, it's kind of hard for me to do that if you keep trying to ram me with your damn horns. I love you. And I just need to communicate to you how we do this. And so I did get to a point in time, like with my niece, where I was like, I don't ever want to get to a point where I have to correct your behavior. I always think about you, especially when she got to a certain age where I knew that she would understand that statement. Like, I always think about you and how you can receive me well, so it's not hard for us to love each other unconditionally, right? I've never betrayed you, I never disrespected you. I have always thought about being your resource of love, right? You wanna do one? Even when I have to tell you no, I always still just give her options, because I want to be that representation of unconditional love. And I know that that's because I haven't always been around in her life, so I'm always in her heart. Like, from the surface, you can't see what your heart is doing, you know what I mean? Though you know it's in your body, you know that it's a part of what helps all of this function. If I'm in there, whether you can see me or not, I'm a part of what's keeping you alive, right? So I'm saying it does take a lot of bravery to trust someone in that kind of way. and to know that they're not going to leave your heart. And you're not confused about this relationship with this person that's supportive, that you can trust. 2 signs, 2 birds, 1 stone, right? Getting it all done. It is a lengthy read. However, we're confident we can get this done, right? So in the future, you're recognizing that you have the support and the guidance that you need to feel secure. And that's because this is your wheel of fortune. Spirit has been saying this is a part of your heart being, your heart's plural, both Taurus and Cancer, your heart's becoming as light as feathers. And I'm seeing that that's satisfying to the soul, that you know this now, or that you're experiencing that reality check in 3D. So when it happens, you're going to be like, oh my gosh. What did she say? She'd be like, what the? You know what I mean? It's so cute when she does it now because she's so young. Though, oh, I can imagine me like in my 50s or something, and me saying to her like, what the? And you know, like us just having a laugh, because by then she'll be like my age, and if I'm still here. Then I see you in this 4 of Rods energy, where this is our foundation. Like, what are the pillars of our foundation so that no matter what the storm is, we can withstand it, right? Look at what we have built and rooted in love and majesty and, you know, forgiveness and grace and hope and gratitude, all of the good things that not even evil can threaten. That is what this 4 of Rods represents in your future. Look at what we made. And you're not doing it alone. We have so much to be grateful for. It's being perceived, or you are being perceived, both of you, one of you, as glorious in your works, delightful, magnificent, splendid, not miserable. And again, the word easy, like it came effortless to you, it came natural to you, because you grew from it, whatever it is that you went through. I don't know where this card was at. Oh, it was right here. So then what's going to happen in the future? Everything's in the future. I see the feminine energy pulling through with a change. So something big is going to happen. There's going to be a big change that happens. Could be because of age, could be because that's God's will. Could be because of the 2 of you, right? Furthermore, it does have something to do with femininity. I did do a read for Taurus earlier, right? And it has to do with womanhood, or being a mother, or your mother, whatever it is. Taurus, you are in this with the energy of needing to address the failures when it comes to your anger and frustration, and the topic of getting a hug, or needing a hug, or giving someone a hug. So, and that could also resemble like an embrace, like being embraced, or you embracing life, you embracing yourself, you embracing this change, right? And sometimes change takes a whole entire cycle, and then it happens in the future for you to be able to see the fullness of it, especially after this 4 of Rods energy. So maybe after you get into that 4 of Rods energy, you're like, damn, I changed. And not because I was forced, because like I said, it came natural, it was easy to you, right? I'm seeing you in this energy of life, which is death reversed, of being popular, well liked, accepted, and preferred, not selfish, and popular, well-liked, accepted, preferred in the ways that you all live, right? Not selfish, and that's clear. Also paired with Death Reverse, which is life, and the Four of Swords is, yeah, paired with Death Reverse, which is life, is the Four of Swords, which represents maybe y'all going on vacation. Y'all like, we about to go live our life. We done did the we done did the whole building a strong foundation type of energy. Like, we about to go live our life and go on vacation or something like that. Or we about to choose life and go on a vacation because it says popular, well, like, preferred. So y'all could be going on vacation, or you could just be at that stage in y'all life where y'all are just comfortable with each other. Or y'all just really getting rest. Or you're learning how to change the way that you either judge each other or judge yourselves. You're learning how to exist and live in constant grace. That sun is sunning, and I am loving it like McDonald's right now, okay? I'm really loving it, okay? Anyway, so focus everything. Focus on me. Okay, so Four of Swords, you're getting your rest. Awesome, amazing, good for y'all. And then I see you in this energy of something is realistic about what's about to happen in the future. So maybe it's just about to get real, really real, really, really real for you. Peculiar, bizarre, lifelike, authentic, reasonable, what is about to happen, right? So what I'm seeing is the 10 of Pentacles reversed paired with the 8 of Rods. So I think that this is a warning, right? I think that it's a warning about maybe way far in the future, because when women, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. When women go through changes, they have like that menopause stage or whatever, there's a possibility that you could be getting tired of each other. Like, someone may be getting older and going through menopause and getting tired of the other person. Or the other person could be, you know, flip it, reverse it, whatever. And then there's the wealth and the materials, you know, the financial material wealth that you both have established together, that Spirit is warning you about, right? Like, not to be so stuck on the financial and material wealth in your friendship, partnership, relationship, life, even if y'all were separate and individuals. Like, warning you to be conscious and aware about not having too much of a big head when it comes to money, because you're a part of something that's bigger than just finances. Like, yes, it can provide you a comfortable life. Yes, it can make you feel refined, all polished and all of that good stuff, right? So Spirit is saying, don't forget about love and the reality of this thing that we call life, and that some things are bizarre. You know what it is? Because I'm seeing it now. It could represent someone passing away, right? Because Pentacles does represent like some type of financial material wealth, though it could also represent what you value in life. And as you're getting older, I am stunned by this read, because I know that there's going to be a point in time in her life where there's a possibility that I'm not with you right now. And you have this video with me being just honest and authentic and as real as I can be with you, because that could be the change that takes place. So I'm saying, don't be selfish. Let me rest in peace. Because you're going to have all of the energy and the strength that you need, and the emotional intelligence that you need, and the support and the guidance that you need to not be discouraged, and to know that even if I'm not there, then technically I'm here right now. And it's an experience that you'll grow from. We need you to grow from. And that's all of the Taurus and Cancer out there. If you encounter, or you go through, or you have to grow through the experience of not only any type of financial loss, though if it's a person that you care about and you love and you value, because they helped you get through all of this and grow, then you did not lose that person. You gained and earned and merited and grew to have the kind of natural connection that some people can only just imagine. And you were so smart and so magical that you were part of a technology and age where you still have access to a video like this. Okay? Got me up here tearing up and stuff in front of these people. So I'm seeing the last card for the read is that we're addressing a universal, worldwide, global challenge, and that is leaving this world with a heart, a spirit that is as light as a feather, and not distorted by the failures or the anger or the inheritance of shit that we had to go through. And you may be wondering, was it all even worth it? Was all of this living worth it just to die? What do you think? You've got so many good memories and a whole life ahead of you where you can make more with all of the other people that you meet in your life, right? Not twisted, not distorted, not perverted, not foolish, not dumb, anything like that. You can move forward in this life, and that's the last card for this read between the two of you. Coming from a space of gratitude because you know that tomorrow is not promised, right? Living in a constant state of grace, not being too harsh on others or too harsh on yourself. Putting aside your prejudice. Oh, I can't be friends with that person because they broke, because they bougie, because of this because they're black, because they're white. How can you be cool with this person? Or, you know what I mean? If you're focusing on yourself and the accomplishment of your goals and going within and addressing where the root of all of these problems really stems from, then you will probably find that you're being haunted with not being able to control your own emotions. And when you address that, then you release your whole entire bloodline from ever encountering those kinds of things ever again. And no one else can overcome those challenges other than you. Why? Because no other body has been animated with your spirit before. No other body like this. You know what I'm saying? So be graceful with yourself. Be graceful with others. Give each other a hug. Right? Let that other person know that you love them. You accept them for who they are. And that if you weren't here tomorrow, then they can rest assured and be so confident that God made no mistakes in bringing you all together, because you grew. And you leave this world and you leave each other in love and in appreciation and gratitude for all that God has given you. So Taurus and Cancer, I am sending love and light and healing energy to y'all, because we need it. And I will see you all next time.